Thank you for joining us in this exciting recital featuring soprano Francesca Sola and pianist Susan Davies here in the beautiful sanctuary of Mount Carmel Lutheran Church in San Luis Obispo, California.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I'll hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, it doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. All the way home I'll be warm. All the way home I'll be warm. The fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. But as long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. Next year all our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Someday soon we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Now, what are the challenges coming together with a very short rehearsal period? We put this all together today. Was that different and challenging in other ways in comparison to other experiences you're used to?
Well, I think I'm getting more used to this since I've done a number of these now for OperaSLO. But no, I think it just makes you use every moment of your rehearsal efficiently and really put your listening ears on from the beginning and make sure I know my stuff so well that when I come in, I can just really be concentrating on what Francesca's doing to make sure that I'm fitting into her groove there. So.
It's true. I've learned that there's a certain level of preparedness. There's being prepared where you can practice at home, and then performing, even if it's for a recorded audience, it still is a whole different animal. And there's no time to learn on the spot or make mistakes. And you have to just be prepared as possible, really, and also go with the flow. I think it's a combination of being as prepared as you can, but also.
And I think probably these things always change a little bit when you're with a different pianist. I imagine you kind of play off each other a little bit, and that's sort of the fun of live music,
Have snow and mistletoe and presents round the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be but I can weather the storm. Why do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm. I can't remember a worse December. Just watch those icicles form. Why do I care if icicles form? I've got my love to keep me warm. Off with my overcoat, off with my gloves. I need no overcoat. I'm burning with love. My heart's on fire. The flame grows higher, but I can weather the storm. Why do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm. Take it away. Off with my overcoat, off with my gloves. I need no overcoat. I'm burning with love. My heart is on fire. The flame grows higher. Still I can weather the storm. Why do I care how much it may storm? I've got my love to keep me warm.
Marshall, can you tell us a little bit about the history of Mount Carmel Lutheran Church in San Luis Obispo?
Mount Carmel was founded by Warren and Betty Quist in the mid-1950s. It was the brainchild of Betty, and they decided to found a church. And they met with neighbors, they got a group together and knocked on doors and met people, and the first church service was held at the Vets Hall, just across the freeway, in 1955. By 1958, they purchased this property and built the sanctuary, the original sanctuary on the property, and the church grew, and by the mid-80s, they decided to build a larger sanctuary, which is where we are today. And I believe it was in the 80s that the Quists went to the Holy Land and visited Mount Carmel. And Warren brought back rock for Mount Carmel. And the story of Mount Carmel, this is a teaser, so for anyone watching this, you'll have to read 1 Kings, and it's a really fun, it's one of my favorite stories. But it's the story, so this rock, if you go outside, we've put a little plaque there, and it is to remind people that when you come here, you can stand on top of a piece of Mount Carmel.
Long 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. I met a man who lives in Tennessee, that he was headed for Pennsylvania and some homemade pumpkin pies. From Pennsylvania, folks are traveling down to Dixie, sunny shore. From Atlantic to Pacific, gee, the traffic is terrific. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home.
Susan and Francesca, what words of advice would you have for young people today interested in a career similar to yours?
Well, I would say get as much training as you can in different genres. I grew up doing musical theater, and then I started studying opera at quite a young age, and I also love jazz singing. And so, as you may see in this concert, I kind of sing a little bit of all of that, and it's because I was able to try different things, and that's, I think, really important as opposed to getting locked into one thing. If you enjoy other genres, explore them as well, and your training will only help all of those genres.
Because I think in this day and age, it's important to wear as many hats as possible. So if you can step outside of classical world, which is mostly my world, but I've also done a lot of musical theater and getting into the jazz thing a little more. But the more things you can do, the more likely you are to have a career in music. So I think that's important. And of course, to get the best training you can so that your technique can facilitate everything that you need to do in the different genres.
Oh, little town of Bethlehem, how still we see thee lie above thy deep and dreamless sleep. The silent watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, he sees you when you're sleeping, and he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. 'Cause Santa Claus is coming to town.
Pastor Richard, can you tell us a little bit about spirituality and the arts?
Well, I do think there's a deep connection, and you certainly would be aware of it as musicians, but also really for all the arts, literature and poetry, drama, visual arts, I think, as well. And part of that is that the arts deal with, I think, the same questions that really all faith traditions deal with. So it isn't unique to Christianity by any means, or to Lutheranism, but a sense of what is it to be human, in the deepest questions of life and meaning. I suppose we could say, what it is to be human on the one hand, and then also expressing a sense of wonder at the beauty and mystery of creation. Also that greater mystery that seems to lie beyond our knowing. And then I also think there's something about the communication of what's attempted to be communicated both by the deepest religious traditions and art that really share a deep affinity, because it's not simply intellectual knowledge, although it can be grounded in that deeply, but it's what one poet says, sort of, trying to express the truth that words can't express alone. And so a truth that involves the heart, the whole being. There's a great line by Van Gogh, whose own work, I think, can be seen in some ways as a deep expression of his spirituality that he also wrote about. And he talked about rendering the eternal in the eyes of a child, and also spoke of God as the creator, the artist who works in human flesh. And so I think there's that deep spirituality. And then as well in the person of the artist, as well in struggling to create. That's an expression for us who come from a religious tradition that thinks of a creator, and that we as human beings are called to be co-creators.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. It's a marshmallow world in the winter, where the snow comes to cover the ground. It's a time for play, it's a whipped cream day. I wait for it the whole year round. Those are marshmallow clouds being friendly in the arms of the evergreen tree. And the sun is red like a pumpkin head. It's shining so your nose won't freeze. The world is your snowball, see how it grows, 'cause that's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is a snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite boy. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. The world is a snowball, see how it grows, 'cause that's how it goes whenever it snows. The world is a snowball just for a song. Get out and roll it along. It's a yummy world made for sweethearts. Take a walk with your favorite boy. It's a sugar date. What if spring is late? In winter it's a marshmallow world. In winter it's a marshmallow world.
This organ here at Mount Carmel Church, which has been in place here for about 20 years, was built by the Wesley Organ Company of Arroyo Grande. It's a locally designed and built instrument. The electronics that create the sound were designed in England and sent over here. This beautiful console was built and designed by a local craftsman. And the voicing of the instrument, creating its unique sounds, was done by a organ designer who came in out of Texas to do the work. And it's a very, very comprehensive instrument that plays beautifully. We designed it to have a lot of separate channels so the sound was as clean and transparent as we could make it.
If you love singing Christmas carols like I do, please join me in singing along with this next medley.